Philadelphia was founded as the capital of the Pennsylvania colony in 1682 by William Penn, an English Quaker. The first European settlers in Pennsylvania were from Sweden. They established a community no later than 1643. England, however, established its control over the entire region, and in 1681, King Charles II made William Penn a grant of land that became Pennsylvania. Philadelphia's most famous citizen in the 18th century was Benjamin Franklin, widely considered to be one of that century's most well-known scientists, in addition to one of the guiding lights of the American Revolution. Benjamin Franklin was born on January 17, 1706, in Boston, in what was known as the Massachusetts Bay Colony. He was born in a small house on 17 Milk Street, across the street from the old meeting house. His father was Josiah Franklin, a soap and candle maker, and his mother was Abiah Folger. Franklin was raised as a Presbyterian. In 1721, James Franklin, Benjamin Franklin's older brother, founded the New England Courant, the second newspaper in America. Benjamin helped his brother with running the business, but in 1723, at age 17, Benjamin left his brother and headed towards New York in search for work. Unable to find work in New York, he headed towards Philadelphia, where he found employment in the printing house of Samuel. Benjamin Franklin was a passionate, caring, and ambitious man. Arriving almost penniless in Philadelphia in 1723, Franklin worked to establish himself as a printer. In time, he founded his own newspaper, the Pennsylvania Gazette, and published Poor Richard's Almanac. He communicated his ideas through these popular publications, while expanding his network of friends and business and political connections, both in the colonies and England. His ambition was rewarded when Franklin was appointed Deputy Postmaster General for the colonies in 1753. He improved the postal system by introducing home delivery, printed forms, and customer credit. For the first time, the colonial postal system turned a profit. Benjamin Franklin was always motivated to improve. In 1727, Franklin and a group of fellow tradesmen formed the Junto, a club to improve their minds and strengthen their community. Among the group's contributions were the Union Fire Company, the University of Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania Hospital, America's first public hospital. Franklin was always strategic and persuasive. He was seen as a reluctant revolutionary until he became convinced that the British treatment of the colonies was unjust. In 1774, the British accused Franklin of treason against the crown for having leaked letters written by the Massachusetts lieutenant governor that criticized the Boston rebels. A year later, he left London for America and added his voice to the growing rebellion. On July 4, 1776, the Americans formally separated from Britain by adopting the Declaration of Independence, which Franklin helped draft. During the American Revolution, Franklin persuaded France to commit troops, money, and supplies in support of American independence. It was risky and expensive for France to aid the new American states, but Franklin convinced the French that unity with the Americans would lead to Britain's defeat, something the French had long hoped to achieve in North America. Benjamin Franklin also invented bifocal spectacles. He was most famous, of course, for his experiments with electricity, especially lightning. His invention of the lightning rod helped banish the terror of thunderstorms. Franklin had more to do with founding the American Republic than anyone else. Franklin also was the only founding father to have signed all three documents that freed America from Britain: the Declaration of Independence, the Treaty of Paris, and the United States Constitution.
One key characteristic from the Gradic Rad that Benjamin Franklin possessed was being open to growth. Benjamin Franklin always sought to improve the community, colony, and nation that he lived in.